Welcome to the Weekly Update Season 2, Episode 22, week of February 18th. I am Abraham Lincoln.
And I'm George Washington. Happy President's Day, Spartans.
And we'll start with Mr. Washington with the Week in Review.
All right, the Week in Review. Swimming began in PE classes this week and will continue through March 15th, 2019. All students at the middle school will be swimming in PE classes. We will walk from the middle school to the high school during specials block. Operation Pause for a Cause ended this week on the 12th. We have no official word of how much was collected for pets in our area, but we have seen some overflowing donation bins all throughout the school, and feel like there was a good response for that. And remember, school is closed on Friday and Monday for President's Day weekend. Mr. Lincoln, Mr. Payne has been collecting authentic Lincoln backdrops for today's video, so we're going to go to Mr. Payne in one of his extensively researched backgrounds. Mr. Payne.
Abraham Lincoln here at Lincoln Financial Field, which, little known fact, was built right after the Emancipation Proclamation. Was actually going to be the name of the stadium, but they decided to name it after me instead. I'm here to give you the week ahead. The week ahead, there will be an 8th grade committee meeting on Wednesday, February 20th at 7 p.m. in the middle school library. And then on Friday, there are 2 events happening on our campuses. Here at the middle school on Friday, February 22nd, Student Council will host a free movie night for middle school students beginning at 7 p.m. We will screen the movie Wonder. And then over at the high school, there's a family swim night happening from 6 to 9 p.m. on that same Friday, and that event is also free. And so for other news, I kick it back to Mr. Washington.
And you're rolling. Mr. Payne, Lincoln Financial Field has nothing to do with Abraham Lincoln. In other news, employment opportunities at the middle school are always available. We have the following opportunities: tennis, robotics, and track. Please visit our district human resources page for other employment opportunities in Springfield Township School District. Our volunteer requirements have changed, and so what that means for you is that we are now requiring a TB test only if the volunteer has direct contact with students for 10 or more hours per week. That's good news for those of you who volunteer for less than 10 hours a week. It means you no longer need a TB test in order to volunteer with us. All of our other requirements, including child abuse, our criminal record, and FBI checks will remain the same. The change has been noted on our volunteer clearance page. And so we look forward to our volunteers coming in and working with our students. We have notes from the library. On Friday, May 3rd, we will be hosting New York Times bestselling author and 2-time National Book Award finalist Laurie Halls Anderson. Laurie's books are immensely popular in the STMS library, and we are proud to host such a well-known author. Look for discounted book order and event information in the coming weeks. I'm very excited about Laurie Halls Anderson coming to our school, and I'm reading her book, Speak, right now. And it's very, very good. More notes from the library. Are you ready for spring cleaning? Looking to get rid of some things that have been cluttering your space? The STMS Library Makerspace is in need of supplies and is seeking your donation. Here are the things that we need: scrapbook paper, large fabric scraps, ribbon, yarn, and home design sample books. We need wallpaper or paint swatches if you have those, and any other crafting supplies in good condition. And thank you for your support. You can contact Erin Bloom, our librarian, if you have any questions about that. Yearbook ads. The yearbook deadline for ads has been extended to February 28th, the last day of February. For more details, please read the yearbook flyer that's linked down in our newsletter. And now to Mr. Payne, who is in front of another extensively researched backdrop for Abraham Lincoln history. I expect great things from Mr. Payne this time. Mr. Payne, over to you.
That is true. I did do extensive historical research to find out that this car dealership, Lexus of Lincoln, was also built in the 1800s, also named after me, so I felt that that was an appropriate place to do today's sports. So sports Next week we have boys basketball in the middle school league tournament. That will be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We don't have the times, locations, and opponents yet. We still have regular season games happening after school today. So we should know on Monday or Tuesday next week what the brackets look like and what days and sites we're playing and what schools. Also this week we have a special from the high school announcement. So they are hosting a career day, and there's a long list of things that they're looking for and a detail of what the event is, but they want to get guest speakers to come in and talk about the jobs that they do so that students can have an experience of maybe learning more about a career that they didn't know much about. So if you're interested in potentially being a speaker for that, or you want to learn more about that high school event, we've put Assistant Principal Pierre LaRocca's email address in the newsletter with some information about this event, and so please look down in the newsletter for that. And so from the Lexus of Lincoln, over to you, Mr. Washington.
All right, that's a wrap for everybody here at Springfield Township Middle School, and for my buddy, Abraham Lincoln. I'm George Washington. Make it a great week or not.